Welcome to Red Bulk Podcast. This podcast was created by James Schwartz, aka Talent Hatter, to facilitate the need of a community-centered podcast concerning YouTube and its surrounding medias. This idea is phase 2 of an ever-developing plan to provide a voice to the communities of YouTube. On today's episode, we sit down with Amanda's Chronicles and talk about her history on YouTube as well as how to be successful. Today's music provided by Andy Glover. You can find him on YouTube by searching Andy Glover or Bandcamp at andyglover.bandcamp.com. If you are interested in being on the podcast, please send us an email at redbulkpodcast@gmail.com. We would love to hear your stories. Welcome, Amanda.
Thank you so much for having me. You know, I went to my first VidCon this year, and it was literally incredible because I've made so many friendships over the years, and to, this is my first time seeing people that I've known for so long through Skype and through Twitter and just, through seeing, what the life is like through their eyes on their YouTube channels in real life was such a groundbreaking moment for me in my YouTube career.
Yeah. How long have you been on YouTube?
I started YouTube in 2007, actually making content.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah.
You've been around for a while.
Yeah, a long while. Since I was 11 years old, now I'm about to turn 18 in the fall.
Wow.
But yeah, it's crazy though, because I've been able to see, YouTube starting off with, just Fred, and that was the big thing. And now we have people like Freddie W. has all these effects, and it's just crazy.
Yeah. Do you think YouTube has drastically changed since 2007, or do you think the main premise is still there?
I feel like it's gotten way more industry now. Instead of it being just like, we're just posting videos and there's this community, it's now the same community, which I love. It still has the same heart and soul as it did in 2007. Mm-hmm. But now it's actually a job for a lot of people. And now it's a sense of, I believe people feel really at home. At least I do. I feel very intact with YouTube. Okay, very cool.
So you got your start in 2007, but I know that your channel you use right now that I know you for, Amanda's Chronicles, that's fairly new.
It is. I had my channel WishKid12, which I started right when I turned 12, and I was very proud of that name. And then, as the years gone by, I had, done all these different things on YouTube. I've been, the lip dub person. I've been the skit person, really trying to find who I am. Because when you're first starting out, you just look to who is big on YouTube. And you're like, oh, I want to be that. And then you try to be someone else until you find who you are. And that's one advice I give to a lot of people. I say, try everything and see what you love and what you're good at. Because you'll find a really good balance. But, in December of 2012, about 7 months ago, I decided I was going to switch channels and start fresh and start making content and not have it be a numbers game. Because I had completely fallen into the trap that, I don't have all these views and the likes and the comments. And, I was like, I'm just going to make videos 3 times a week and have fun with it. And it's worked out really well since.
That's good. You're making content for you. You're making the content you want to see.
Yeah, it definitely, and that's the thing. A lot of people are like, oh, I want to make content for others and other people. And that's great. And that's one big whole part that YouTube works because it's, makes other people smile, but it also has to make you smile. Right. So I make comedy vlogs because it's, my sense of humor, but I also like breaking the barriers of, classical video effects where I make things look like they're recycled and I try to do things in a different way and promote creativity. Because a lot of my viewers, they aren't content creators. They're just viewers. Yeah. So I try to push them to make their own stuff too.
That's good. You're trying to inspire other people.
Definitely.
That's always something I'm for.
Yeah, well, when I started, a lot of people say that they're like, oh, I started because I watched someone else. But when I started, I had never seen anyone else. I found the website when I was 11, and I had recently gotten a webcam and was just making videos in my room. And then I was like, oh, there's a place I can post them. So I just started doing that, and then I found other people.
How difficult of a decision was it to abandon your past channel and move on to your new one in December?
It was very difficult, and I had been contemplating it for a long time because it's, just looking at it from a third party view, it doesn't seem like that big of a decision moving channels. But when you've been on a channel for your entire time being on YouTube and you've created something on there, it was very difficult to leave. And also from I had 3,000 subscribers I'd amassed. But the thing is, my views were only in the hundreds range because I'd been on for so long. A lot of those accounts are vacant.
They were dead subs.
Exactly. And so, but you look at the number and it's like, oh, well, that looks better than ... But, you know, I had a friend, Johnny Birchtold, and he was like, yeah, I'm going to switch channels and start doing videos weekly. And I was like, wow, like, I wish I could do that. That's what I said. And I was sitting back and I was like, why can't I do that?
Yeah.
Do that.
That's cool. That is really cool. And so you took the plunge.
I did, you know, and I was having a really bad time just in my world. You know, I was in my junior year of high school at the time, and, you know, a lot of negative people in my school, a lot of, you know, drug use was going on around me. I had never been involved with that, and, you know, I didn't, and there's a lot of negativity, and I just really didn't like it. When I would be in class, I would just be writing out video ideas. And I'd be like, oh, I want to do this someday. I want to do this someday. And, you know, I had the opportunity to become homeschooled, where I would only do schoolwork for 3 hours every day via computer. I would see my friends who I like more than I would if I was in this, you know, bad environment. And then I started making videos 3 times a week. And that really put my mind in perspective of where I want to go.
That is awesome. So where you want to go, where exactly is that? What direction are you working towards right now?
You know, I love improv comedy. I love acting. Right now, I'm working as an actor auditioning in Los Angeles. I've done a lot of onstage improv via the high school league. There's this thing called Comedy Sports, and I've, you know, traveled around California and done stuff on stage.
Wow.
And you know, I'm also doing things with YouTube now that I've had other companies contact me, like the U Generation and, you know, Soul Pancake, doing things that I love. I love content creating and content presenting. I'm seeing where that's going to take me, but I'm glad that I live in a time where it's really great to be a creator and be an artist. And I have these tools to do what I love and send a message.
That is awesome. That is really cool.
Thanks. Yeah, but it was hard making that decision, which seems like it wouldn't be. But, you know, I have a lot of people messaging me now, too. And they're like, how did you get the confidence to start making videos when you were 11? And I'm like, I didn't take any confidence to start, but then to continuate.
Right.
You have to love it. It have to be your passion to do it at that level. And, you know, people always ask, oh, what's better, quantity or quality? And I think, you know, with quantity, if you do it more, you'll gain the quality because you're practicing.
Yes.
So that's what I try to stick to.
That's a good perspective to have. The one thing I like to tell people is that you want to make quantity while focusing on quality. Because if you aren't working towards, like, bettering yourself while you're creating as much as you can, you're not going to get anywhere.
Exactly. And, you know, one thing that I love is when I meet people who love, like, content creating and they're able to tell me like it is. You know, I've got friends who I've met online and I'm like, you know, I didn't really like this video. What do you think? And they'll be able to tell me without fear of hurting my feelings. Yeah, I didn't really like how you did this. I would have done like this, but, like, you know, obviously it's your channel. And I love that because I want to better myself. And, you know, that's how I look at it. When you have constructive criticism from people who also do the same thing as you, it's very encouraging. But I'm glad to be a part of it. And I got into YouTube at that young age because now I'm able to. I have a lot of embarrassing videos now that are on there, but I wouldn't dare take them down because that's where I came from. So I get messages on Twitter sometimes like, oh, I found this video. And I'm like, I came from that, so. You
know, that's a very respectable thing to do. A lot of people, they'll take down the videos that they're embarrassed of or they feel don't represent the quality they're at now. But I'm like you. I leave all of my stuff up on the internet because I agree. It shows where you've come from, and it can be used as a reminder to say, hey, that's where I was then, but look at me now. You know, people are continually changing, and we're always growing. So that's just some evidence on the internet to show it.
Especially stuff from like in 2012, in the beginning of 2012, just a year ago. I mean, a lot of my content was completely different. It's still me, but it's like I'm just not ready yet. It seems like, you know, I see myself, but I don't see myself, if that makes sense. I think it's really cool that, you know, on YouTube, we're able to chronicleize really what we do.
Yeah, that is really cool.
I was talking to someone recently about the professionalism that we hold on YouTube. Because, like, in my videos, I don't cuss, you know. I don't swear, I don't do anything that's completely vulgar because it can offend people. And it's, you know, it's not necessarily my style of humor, and I feel like we hold a level of professionalism on our channels, especially now in 2013. I mean, back in like 2008, 2007, we had like friends list, and it was very much like MySpace in a sense. Remember,
Yeah.
it's, like, had all the friends, and now it's not just a place that you're going to go on like, oh, Twitter, I'm going to do something. It's very much an industry.
So you've had what I would consider to be a very large amount of success on YouTube recently. You've had massive shout outs. You have your own segment on Soul Pancake now. You know, what's that like? How did you get there? Were you expecting this kind of explosion?
No, not at all. You know, I have, like I said, been on YouTube since 2007. I've seen stuff like this happen to other people, but nothing like this has ever happened to me. I've just always been casually creating, and I've never had a schedule. I'd always do it like, you know, maybe 3 videos a month. Like that's what I would do.
Right.
And then, you know, when I decided to change, I decided I'm going to make this as much as I can. I'm going to put my time into this and really what I believe in and what I want to do. So about 3 weeks into my channel of Amanda's Chronicles, I was shouted out by Brie Esrig, who's got about 200,000 subscribers.
Wow.
So within 3 weeks of being on my channel, I had 1,000 subscribers, like that.
That's awesome.
Crazy, because it was such a great base of people. And it wasn't just a number. This was the first time I've experienced a large amount of people all at once who were commenters, likers, people who followed me on all my social media, which was a really great support and really overwhelming, and a lot of fun to go off of now with making videos. You know, I started getting involved with different competitions on YouTube, which I was getting recognition from. I started really being involved in the community, and I can't stress that enough, that, you know, be a commenter, be someone who is, you know, messaging others, make friendships on there, and also watch other people's content. Because one thing I used to do is I wouldn't watch a lot of other people's content because I'd be so warped up into mine. I'd be like, I have to edit, I have to do this, I don't have time to sit down, watch someone else's videos, because then you get ideas, and that's what changes you, and that's what evolves you as a creator.
Yeah.
And then, you know, Hank Green shouted me out. It's incredible, because it wasn't just like, oh, Amanda's Chronicles. He was talking about my content, which was, and that's thanks to you, because you messaged him. So thank you so much for that. But like, one thing I have to say to people who are looking to expand their audience is, don't so much go for, oh, I want to be number one, I want to do this, I want to do that. Be you and be involved. You know, I entered in 2 like competitions, the Less Than Famous panel and the U Generation competition. I didn't win any of them, but so many things came out of it that was incredible. New audiences, new experiences. You know, I'm with a network, Soul Pancake found me. All these different things from just being involved. And if I hadn't of, you know, it's like the saying, you know, shoot for the moon, then you'll land among the stars.
Right.
Totally incredible. And I've made so many friendships from being involved in that sense. But yeah, it's been really great. And I've just continuing to create content and hoping that, you know, more good things will arise from this. I would love this to be my career, my job, and this is what I get to do. That'd be incredible. Like, you know, there's this saying, like, if you want something to be your job, make sure that you love it, because then you're going to have to do it at, you know, what type of rate. And, you know, it's really fun because also I'm working with Soul Pancake now, which is, I'm not just signed on as the talent, but as also a creator. You know, I collaborate with them on writing the scripts. I edit my own stuff.
Wow.
Which is really fun, because that's what I love doing too, the production side of it.
Yeah.
And it is a big collaboration with them. And, you know, when I went to London for the U Generation competition, I was able to meet people at Sony and at Psycho, and everyone was so kind. And it wasn't like what you would think, that people would think, oh, you know, this person thinks they're above everyone else. Everyone was so gracious towards YouTube. They love the content. They love people being artists, which I thrived in. It was amazing having that atmosphere, and YouTube has created that. And from starting off as just, you know, a site where you have a username and a password, to now it's hooked up with Google. You saw signing with your Gmail. It's incredible.
Definitely.
But yeah, I'd say, you know, be involved, and also I try to reply to all my comments, because I try to keep that rapport with my audience.
Right. You want to stay connected to them.
Mm-hmm. And plus, I love hearing what people have to say. And like when I went to VidCon, about 15 people came up to me and who watched my content. They were all around my age, and we were all able to have great conversations, and it was just amazing. You know, I liked what you said about video responses, because I think that is a really big thing, and I feel like more people should do that. See a video, someone has a point, and then regarding blank, and they make their own point with it too, because that's how, the Soul Pancake found me. I made a video response to their Kid President video. I was up one night, 2 a.m., and I was so restless. I didn't want to go to sleep. I wanted to create something. So I just went on YouTube and I see this video by Kid President. He's like, oh, I'm going to the White House. Send in a video response saying what you would do if you were president. It's not a competition. It's not a promise. It was what it was. And I love history. I'm completely passionate about it. I've had so many amazing history teachers. And, I love the Great Depression and as, from a historical standpoint. And the next morning I created my set as much as I could resembling the Kid President set. I wrote out a script. I got their background music. I color corrected. I filmed it. I posted it the same night. And, a couple months later, I get a call from them and they're like, we should do something. And, it's all from putting myself out there and, being passionate about it as well, because I love what I was talking about. And, if more people looked at YouTube, not just as their platform, but as everyone's platform, and was able to collaborate with others in the sense that I love their idea, I'm going to add on top of it, it'd be great. Because I think a lot of people, they message me and they're like, I don't know what to make videos about. Well, you can just see someone else's, what they did, and it's not copying, it's adding on to it and be inspired by it. For anyone listening or watching that wants to be a content creator and doesn't know how to go about it or how to start, or is a content creator but wants to increase your views, I would say, get out a piece of paper. What do you love? Is there something that, do you love Iron Man, you love fandoms, or is it, you love cinematic things, you love movies, think about YouTubers that you watch that really mean something to you, and then break it down. Why do you love this individual? Is it, oh, I love their camera work, oh, I love this. Take all the pros and then next to it, write what are the equipment that you have? What can you work with? Oh, I don't have proper lighting. Well, then go in front of a window, then you get the natural light. And just work with what you have. A lot of people are like, oh, well, I'll start once I have this. I'll start when I have this. I had a crappy webcam for like 3 years. And it got me to the point where I am today, where I was able to learn and fail. And all the failures, they added up into success. So I'm really happy at where I am right now, and hopefully others can be too.
Excellent. Well, it has been a pleasure, Amanda. I hope to have you on the show maybe again for a future episode. I've loved everything we've talked about, and you're a great person for conversation.
Oh, thank you so much. You too.
That's it for today's episode. This podcast can be found on Twitter, Libsyn, Tumblr, Facebook, Patreon, and iTunes, all under Red Bulk Podcast. My name is James Schwartz, and I will see you all next time.